All right, so if you're tired of catching those tiny grammar mistakes, or maybe you're not even catching them yourself, someone else is catching them in QA, or worst case, even the course is already live and the grammar mistakes or the typos are coming just out at that point. That's when you're finding them. Or maybe you notice that the tone just across your course feels different, almost like there's 3 or 4 different writers working on the course, which in fairness probably isn't always could be the case too, right? But here's a great fix. AI Assistant in Storylines automatically polishes your text so your course sounds consistent, professional, and reads smoothly. It's also going to find all those little pesky typos and grammar issues that your course has. So come on, let me show you how it works here in Storyline. All right, so I'm starting here in Story View, and let's just dive into a scene right here. And so let me just walk you through some of the ways that I'm using the spelling and grammar updates just to verify that things are really tight before I publish and share my course. So you can see that Storyline obviously recognizes spelling errors, but it doesn't necessarily catch grammar errors, right? So if you look up here, attaining optimal work-life balance yields, so that should be AN, right? Unoptimal, and yields acomprehensive, not uncomprehensive, right? So there's certain things that Storyline spell checking is just not going to catch on its own. And this is a fantastic way to use AI Assistant. So what I would do is, just as a final pass, I would just say, click inside a text box, click Control A to select it all, pop open AI Assistant, and I'm just going to click Fix Spelling and Grammar Issues. And I'm just going to run that and do a final check on it. Especially since a lot of e-learning is designed really so quickly at the speed of business. A lot of times folks are writing directly in the slide, or maybe they're doing all of the writing and the drafting and the editing all of themselves, so they don't have a lot of help. So I'm just going to come in, say fix spelling and grammar errors. I think I already did that. And no, I didn't do it yet. So fix spelling and grammar. Let's see what we have here. Achieving an optimal workforce, right? And you can see that we have all those updated. So I'm just going to say replace selection. And that's fantastic. So I could come through each of these real quick. Again, spelling errors, but not always grammar errors here in the default spell check and Storyline, and just choose fix spelling and grammar errors. It's a fantastic way to put just a final pass on your work, ensuring that everything is as tight as it can be. So another way we could also do this is to ask AI Assistant to improve the writing. So a lot of writing that comes to us, well, let's fix the spelling and grammar here. But a lot of the writing that comes to us is maybe more technical than it needs to be, since a lot of our content comes from subject matter experts who maybe have more of that regulatory, that legal, that academic type background. So when I see a lot of the sentences here, a lot of this feels just a little bit passive. So what I might do after running that spell check, let's just say replace, and we have it. And then we could come back in here, open up AI Assistant. I would do this all together, but I just wanted to kind of accept each update and then start over, would be to improve the writing. So with this one, Storyline's going to go through and look for a way to make that writing a lot easier to read. Now, when you're doing this in Storyline, one thing I would probably do, if it's a short graph like this one, even though I still can't quite see it all, I may just replace the selection. But in longer blocks of text, if you're working maybe with what I had before with maybe 2 paragraphs or more, I would copy the text. Now, when I'm working in Rise, I tend to use the insert below because Rise has that vertical, that portrait page layout. So it's really easy to see the 2 blocks on top of each other. But if I insert this below, it's going to put it in below this existing text box, which means I'll have to hide these objects down here. Oops. I don't know where my emojis just came from. Sorry about that. I'd have to hide these and drag that box down to view it. So what I would probably do is just say copy it, and then I might just cancel out of here, and then I can drop in another text box, just a regular text box, the old school text box, and then drop that text in there. And let's hide the picture. Where is that picture? Way down here. And then I can compare and contrast the 2 of these just to see if it's doing what I was hoping it would, which it seems to have done. But then I can look at the 2 before I go back and then replace something that's already there, because I'm not gonna have that concept of drafts. AI Assistant's not retaining my data, so I need to verify that this update is what I want, and it is what I want. So that's what I could do is say select all, cut it, come back in here, and then just paste and match that existing style.
And then let's see if I have my paragraph breaks. Yep. So that's another way that I would do a quick pass, just to make my writing just a little bit easier on my learners for being able to read.
All right, now your text isn't just polished, it's perfect. With AI Assistant handling the grammar and the tone adjustments and the spelling and the typos and all of that, you can focus on really the bigger picture, right? Building great content, building meaningful interactions, all the stuff that's kind of the fun stuff for us, not all that busy work. But that's how easy it is to really keep your course looking and sounding professional with AI Assistant in Storyline 360.